December 7th, 1941. A day the world would never forget. Japanese bombers tore through the skies above Pearl Harbor, striking with brutal precision. Battleships burned, thousands perished. The United States was thrust into war. But imagine for a moment that the story was different. Imagine that in the midst of this chaos, a single modern bomber appeared, a weapon decades ahead of its time. What would happen if a 21st century bomber fought at Pearl Harbor? The early morning sun rises over Hawaii. Japanese aircraft cross the horizon, their torpedoes primed, their targets clear. American sailors look to the sky, unaware of the storm that is about to fall upon them. But this time, above the island, another figure rises into the sky. A machine unknown to 1941, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber, silent, invisible, deadly. It has no propellers, no roaring piston engines, only the whisper of jet turbines concealed within its sleek black frame. On its wings, precision-guided bombs, each with the power to obliterate entire squadrons. It is a shadow that cannot be touched, an aircraft that can strike and vanish before anyone knows it was there. The B-2 Spirit is not just an aircraft, it is the embodiment of modern warfare. Its radar signature is so small, enemy pilots of the 1940s would not even know it was there. Their primitive radar systems would fail. Their eyes would search empty skies. Its payload, up to 40,000 pounds of bombs, guided not by chance but by precision. Weapons that strike within meters of their target. Weapons the world of 1941 could not even imagine. And speed, nearly 1,000 kilometers per hour. The Mitsubishi A6M-0, Japan's pride, would struggle to even keep pace. Its machine guns would never touch the Spirit's frame. One bomber alone, yet more advanced than the entire attacking force combined. To see the true difference, we must step back. In 1941, Japanese forces launched over 350 aircraft in the Pearl Harbor attack. Torpedo bombers, dive bombers, fighters. Their plan relied on overwhelming numbers, surprise, and a clear, undefended target. The United States, caught unprepared, had little chance to resist. Battleships were lined up in the harbor like prey. Anti-aircraft fire was scattered and weak. American planes were destroyed before they even left the ground. The outcome was devastation. 8 battleships damaged or sunk, hundreds of planes destroyed, more than 2,400 lives lost. But in our scenario, this equation changes. The Japanese formation approaches. Dive bombers descend. Torpedoes crash into steel hulls. Explosions shake the harbor. Then a shadow moves high above. The B-2 Spirit has arrived. The bomber releases its payload. Not torpedoes, not unguided bombs, precision weapons. The first strike tears into a Japanese carrier. Flames consume the deck. An entire fleet turns in shock. Pilots radio in panic. Where did the attack come from? They scan the horizon, but the enemy is nowhere to be seen. The B-2 strikes again. Another carrier erupts into fire. The Japanese fighters climb desperately into the sky, their engines straining. But they find nothing. A ghost haunts them from above. Bomb after bomb finds its mark. Destroyers, cruisers, carriers. Ships that once seemed unstoppable now crumble beneath a single plane's shadow. Within hours, the once mighty Japanese strike force lies broken. Instead of devastation at Pearl Harbor, it is Japan that suffers catastrophe. And yet, there are limits. The B-2 Spirit, as perfect as it seems, is not invincible. It depends on systems that did not exist in 1941. Its bombs rely on satellite guidance, and in this alternate past, those satellites are not in orbit. Precision strikes might still hit hard, but not with the accuracy we take for granted. Its engines demand fuel only modern supply chains could provide. Refueling in mid-air requires tankers that would not exist for decades. Could this machine even reach Pearl Harbor in 1941? Perhaps only if it simply appeared, dropped from the future into the past. And even if it fought, even if it destroyed the Japanese fleet in a single morning, one aircraft cannot win a war alone. It cannot occupy territory. It cannot drive armies from islands or seas. The Pacific War would still rage on, though now with Japan already wounded. The story would shift, but history's struggle would remain. Still, this vision reveals something profound. Warfare is not just about numbers, bravery, or surprise. It is about technology. In 1941, the world fought with propellers, rifles, and radios. Today, we fight with stealth, satellites, and computers. The distance between those worlds is so vast that a single bomber could alter the course of one of history's darkest days. But history is never so simple. Weapons alone do not guarantee victory. Even the most advanced machine is bound by the world it inhabits. One bomber could save Pearl Harbor, but it could not end the war on its own. So, what if a modern bomber fought at Pearl Harbor? The Japanese attack would likely collapse. America's fleet might survive. And World War II, as we know it, might begin with Japan already in retreat. Yet the deeper question remains. If one machine can change history so drastically, what other moments might have turned on a single advance of technology? What if a modern submarine hunted at the Battle of Midway? What if drones flew above the trenches of World War I? The answers could rewrite the past itself.